When you're judging purebred Arabian Geldings, you have to make sure you know what the specifications are for this class. And for this class, it's balance, conformation, type, quality, movement, substance, and presence. And the reason why I placed this class 1, 2, 3, 4 is that I felt that 1 had the most equal conformation and that he had the shortest back of the class, very good hip angle, very good shoulder angle, nice long neck, and displayed a lot of Arabian type. 2 was a very close second, that's why I put it cut a 1. You can see a large gap between the top pair and the second pair of horses, therefore I had a cut of 4. When you look at horse number 4, he is the worst put together horse in the class. He's very straight in the shoulder, very long in the back, and has a very poor hip angle. When you're looking at these horses from the front, horse number 1 drops the straightest line down the center of its forelegs when viewed from the front. Overall, best legs in the class. Horse number 2, slightly base narrow. If you look at closely, you can see that horse has a club foot. Horse number 3 slightly toes out in the front, and horse number 4 severely toes out in the front. You'll notice that all 4 of these horses toe out from the hind view. It is very common in the Arabian horse world. When looking at these horses, they all have a pretty decent hind end for each one of them being toed out. I do notice that horse number 1 has a wry tail. If you notice in the videos of horse number 4 tracking, he also has a wry tail, which I have faulted him for. Ma'am, I placed today's class of purebred Arabian Geldings 1, 2, 3, 4, finding an obvious top pair of horses who displayed more quality and elegance, as well as being more balanced with all parts blending smoothly and symmetrically. Starting with my top pair, I placed 1 over 2, as 1 had a broader forehead, emphasizing more attractively placed, bolder eyes. He was cleaner through the throat latch that tied into a longer neck. He was more balanced from end to end, being more angulated in the shoulder, shorter and stronger in the back, and more level over the hip. He dropped a straighter line down the center of his forelegs when viewed from the front. Additionally, he showed more vibrancy and animation when tracking. I fully realized that horse 2 had a straighter tail carried with more elegance. Moving on to my middle pair, I placed 2 over 3, as 2 had a more prominent jibba, leading down into a more defined dish and a more delicate, refined muzzle with a larger nostril. Additionally, he had more natural arch to the neck that rose out of a more desirably angulated shoulder. He was shorter and stronger over the back and more level over the hip. I fully realized that horse 3 stood on a more substantial column of bone. Additionally, he had more desirable angulations to his pasterns and hooves. Concluding with my final pair, I placed 3 over 4, as 3 showed more refinement throughout his face, showing more Arabian type. Additionally, he was stronger over the top line, showing more substance throughout his hip, loin, and stifle. Additionally, he was more symmetrical through the knees and hocks in comparison to 4. I fully realized that 4 had more natural arch to his neck, but I faulted him and placed him at the bottom of today's class because he lacked overall equal balance, being the poorest quality horse in the class, having his body being coarse and weak over the top line. Additionally, he possessed a wry tail. Ma'am, for these reasons, I place this class of purebred Arabian Geldings 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you.